Lelouch v. Britannia at your service.
What? Today we will be reacting to the first 2 episodes of Code Geass, a show that I don't think either me nor Megan know anything about at all.
No, I just know it's a mech show.
I didn't even know that until people in the community told us.
And I know the main character's name. That's it.
That's all I knew. That's all I
just knew it because it rhymed with douche.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll see if that holds up.
We'll see if
We'll
that
see if
holds
that's
up.
true to his character.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very, very excited to jump into this series because Code Geass is an anime classic. It's a show that I've been well aware of and have wanted to watch for a very long time. So it's super exciting to start the year off 2024 with this series.
And it's yeah, I mean, we're going in like completely blind. So I think that's fun too. Because there's like things like series that have been around for a long time, like a Naruto, like Bleach. I feel like before I watched them in One Piece, I kind of knew the gist, or I kind of knew what it was about, or characters and personalities. This I have no idea.
Same, dude.
Like no clue.
We have decided to do the dub. So, I mean, right now, in this moment. Because everybody's saying that the dub is great. Everybody's saying that the dub is great.
That's where you're trapping yourself. You're trapping, you're capping, and you're trapping.
Either way, people are going to be upset. Not upset.
Okay,
but
rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, you get the
I get the sub, you get the dub.
Best of 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, you won. But we can't do the sub. I have seen more people in our comments advocate for the dub than the sub. I'm just going off what I've heard.
Okay.
And people are really passionate about it. There's always going to be a camp that loves the dub. There's always going to be a camp that loves the sub. And no matter what we do,
I just don't want to Ava. I just don't want to re-Ava because they said watch the dub, but you guys watched the wrong dub. And it's like, okay, well.
But my experience with Ava was amazing.
It was for me too.
Yeah, I loved the dub. Either way, I'm excited. So let's just get into our first reaction to the first episode, the very beginning of our Code Geass journey, episode 1, stage 1, the day a new demon was born. Was it December 2nd, 1989? Because that's my birthday.
It's crazy every time you say it too.
Remember that if you want to see the full, uncut, uncensored versions of these reactions and our entire backlog, then you can do that by becoming a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. It's all there. It's all organized for you. And if you're unsure, have never been a Patreon member to any membership program before, or want to see what it's all about, then you can sign up for a 7-day free trial for a limited time to see if it's right for you. That's how much we believe in it. Again, patreon.com/volume1pod. Let's jump right into the episode. Starting a new series is always the best. I'm excited for a new OP, new characters, all of it.
The date was August 10 in the year 2010 of the imperial calendar. The Holy Britannian Empire had just declared war upon Japan. The Far East Island nation had held fast to its neutrality, and now Britannia looms as the world's only superpower. Rights to Japan's underground resources became a hotly disputed issue, straining the already deep-rooted diplomatic tensions between the two sides.
Oh shit, it's war.
Britannian forces introduced into combat a humanoid autonomous armored knight known as the Nightmare Frame. The enemy's forces were far greater than anticipated, and the Nightmares obliterated the Japanese line of defense on the mainland with little effort. Japan became a dominion of the empire. The country was stripped of.
It's like, so if Avas were used for war.
Yeah. Against other humans and not angels.
Yeah. Damn.
I swear, Suzaku, so help me. I will one day obliterate Britannia.
Oh. Oh, banger already.
I like straight to the fucking point.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Yes.
We're giving you everything up front.
Setting up the world, setting up the history.
And it's that simple. That's all you need to know for right now.
The mechs look sick, too.
That was shooty.
I love that. I love me a good chorus. Oh, choir.
Okay, so that was 2010. This is 2017 now.
Target is traveling from Delta 12 toward Delta 14. All units, take 288. I want the target intact.
you're out of time. From here on, you'll make your moves every 20 seconds.
Very well, I'm game. Did your substitute arrive?
Oh, thank heaven I'm saved.
This fool is winded. Playing chess.
Schoolboys.
Well, look at this, a nobleman.
I envy you kids today. You
Yeah,
have
whose
so much
voice is
time
that?
on your hands. What's your name?
Lelouch, Lamperouge.
Whoa, now wait a minute.
Damn, he's cool.
You can't win this one. It's impossible, right?
When do you think we would have to leave in order to make our next class?
20 minutes if we bust our hump.
And be sure that you dress.
Bust our hump. I'm gonna say that from now on.
By the way, about yesterday.
Understood, sir. We'll just.
He's gonna go. Bah, 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 bah.
Checkmate.
Enough time.
You start with the king.
He's giving me
He went somewhere with Ribble.
older CL vibes right now.
This time, they're off gambling for money. Lulu may be smart, yet he wastes his brain
Ooh,
on
or
stupid
he may.
games.
I'm just kidding.
If he was in school, he'd get high grades. Oh, I wish my darling Lulu would be a serious young man. How adorable is that? Please,
Lulu, they call him Lulu. That's funny.
Perfect. We finally
Team
sealed
Rocket.
this damn thing, because Tamaki couldn't stick to Naoto's plan.
I love playing against the nobility. When they lose, they always pay out of pride. By the way, 8 minutes 32 seconds is a new record.
He also didn't have much time to move either. And as opponents go, the
Or
nobles
is
are
Izahaya
overproduced
for
parasites, that's
Durara?
all.
I'm gonna look it up
Why
after.
don't you challenge
It's
one of
very
the 11s?
distinct.
They're nothing like us Britannians.
Trying to prove by killing innocent people.
those 11's terrible.
Oh shit.
To all my imperial subjects.
Including, of course, the many cooperative 11s who choose to serve the Empire of Britannia.
We're not 11s, we're Japanese.
Do you not see my pain? The remnants are filled with rage and sadness. However, as ruler of Area 11, I will not tolerate terrorism of any kind, because the battle we fight is a righteous one, a virtuous battle to protect the
Right.
well-being of one and all. Now then, everyone.
No, only
I would
Britannia's.
like you to join me in observance of the 8 who died for justice.
Well, aren't you gonna join in?
Aren't you?
It's sort of embarrassing.
And I agree with you. Besides, spilling tears over those people won't bring them back to life, now will it?
Dang.
Heartless.
That's dark, buddy.
That's dark, buddy.
Doesn't matter how hard you try, can't do it. There's no way you can change the world.
You were magnificent, Your Highness. One would never guess that you were attending a party.
I need to
Mhm.
change costumes quickly.
Scum.
My, you're so self-confident.
It's all in the performance. Since the media want a charismatic prince, I give them one.
His reign is a pathetic sham.
Your Highness! I beg your pardon, Your Highness. My lord.
Not another appearance for him. Hope it's not as dreary.
You fool! The police were informed that it's medical equipment, that's all. If we scribble the army, there'll be a record.
Deploy the Royal Guard, the Nightmares as well.
Alert 1.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Shit.
Damn, they look sick.
31st Air Special Division 9, stand by for deployment.
That first move you made, why'd you start with the king?
If the king doesn't lead, how can he expect his subordinates
I've always
to
wanted
follow?
to
Bro, so you reading
ride in one of
Hamlet?
those.
You want to be in a sidecar
Ambitions
like that?
that will ruin your health.
We're gonna die!
Watch where you're going.
No, not that way.
He fucking blew it right now.
Blasting off again.
Was that our fault?
The military will take over General Bartley's command.
We have to retrieve it at all costs. That thing in the wrong hands.
What the?
This
Oh.
sucks. Looks like the power line on the bike got cut.
Yeah. Rivel, come check this out.
Hey, over here. Whoa, nasty crash.
All those idiots.
What is that?
Okay,
Yeah,
Sax.
I know it's the right thing to do.
I mean,
but
the
wish
music
guy would
is
give up to
popping
his
off.
pride and just give it a rest for a while.
Can you hear me? Are you okay?
It's you. Finally, I have found my...
Where?
My what?
Are you in there?
Oh shit.
Stop! I'm in here!
Surrender now and you'll get the chance to defend yourself in court.
Now what do we do? That's the army!
Have you forgotten? That's what I'm here for.
If I jump out, I
Oh,
have
she's the
choice of
badass.
breaking my neck or getting shot.
Collins, let's use it here. Why not?
Because that would mean a bloodbath.
I've seen her before.
Lelouch, come on, where are you?
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, she's got one.
A nightmare.
Oh, they're called nightmares?
Crap! These guys are real terrorists!
You fellas know full well what this badass mother can do.
Shit, this badass mother.
I can only assume you dug that obsolete relic out of some scrap heap. And over the hill Glasgow is no match for a Sutherland.
Not to
Ooh,
mention
the
a filthy
wheels on the
11
back.
Spurns the compassion of our glorious
Emperor.
So the 11s, are they referring to them as Japanese?
I think so.
I think so
think
too.
so.
No way! It's stuck!
Secondhand junk. I'll admit, I really like your spirit.
I'm not big on the military, but I'll take their protection. If I give them a terrorist communicator... Oh, wait, I forgot.
Like, wait, I forgot. This is what I wanted to do all along.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Looking at a man who blundered, am I right?
Why you?
Is this the Leron of this show?
Yeah, it is.
Retrieving it is simple, but you want to sweep up all of their compatriots in addition.
Okay, that's enough. What is it the Special Corps wants out of this?
I'm merely saying that I'd like to assist with a cleanup.
But what in the world have they just stolen anyway?
Chemical weapons. In other words, poison gas.
But it was talking. It had a voice.
Sometimes pass gas sounds like that, you know?
Sometimes I do pass gas and I'm like, who said that?
Hello?
I'm like, who's there?
You people bear the honorary title of Britannians now, but you were born 11s. Therefore, the stench of these monkeys ought to be a familiar one.
Oh, fuck. Oh!
An accident? Please, Obi, find me. 404 has sighted the target. Now I can use this chance to climb up.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shit.
That's enough mindless murder.
Wait, I'm not one of...
Don't play dumb with me.
Get off me! I'm not here by choice. And if that's poison gas, it was made in Britannia, wasn't it?
Oh, got him.
Mindless murder. Then why don't you just obliterate Britannia?
Lelouch.
Oh.
It's me. Suzaku.
His homie.
You became a Britannian soldier?
Yeah, and what about you? You're a...
What are you saying?
Oh. So this is a
poison gas.
Elfin lied situation.
Never saw that either.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the truth, Suzaku. Poison gas? This girl?
Hey, it's what they told us in the briefing, I swear. Huh.
Stinking monkey. Being an honorary
Chill.
Britannian will not excuse you.
But sir, I was told this was poison gas.
How dare you question orders? Private Kururugi, take this and execute the terrorist.
But he's not a terrorist.
Insubordinate little, that's an order. Didn't you swear your loyalty and your life to Britannia?
Yes, but I can't.
What?
I won't do it, sir. I won't shoot a civilian. I can't follow your orders, sir.
Very well.
Suzaku!
Oh my god!
Well, Britannian schoolboy, not a good day to cut class.
Shot him in the back.
The girl, after you've secured her, kill the student.
Long live
Oh,
Japan.
shit. Oh my god.
They got away? And you call yourselves the Royal Guard?
The plan has moved forward to the next phase. If knowledge of her gets out, I'll be disinherited. Tell them back home we're carrying out a planned urban renewal here. Destroy Shinjuku Ghetto! Leave no one alive!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, dude. What the
They're
fuck?
gonna just mass murder everyone?
Oh my god.
The enemy is garbage that can never hope to become even honorary Britannians. Wipe out every last one of them.
What the fuck? Yeah, fuck these fools. I mean...
Supervisor Jeremiah, General Bartley requests that you take command of
Bartley
Area
has
2.
staff officers. I haven't had this much
Fun on the front lines in ages.
Damn. Okay.
What the hell are you? This chaos is all your fault, isn't it? Not only that, but Britannia has. They even killed Suzaku.
It looks like he's gone to the front line.
Even though we brought the landslot here.
Now what'll we do?
We steamrolled our way in here, but we don't have a devicer to use it.
Report.
We found only 11s here, sir.
God damn, dude. A fucking... Oh my god.
Oh shit.
What an appropriate location for a terrorist to meet his end.
He mustn't die!
Oh, fuck.
Our orders were to bring her back alive if possible. Oh well, nothing can be done about it now. We'll tell our superiors that the Royal Guard found the terrorist hideout and killed them all. Regrettably,
God
the female hostage had already been
damn.
tortured to death.
How can this be happening? First Suzaku's killed, and this
Nah.
girl. Now I'm about to die, before I've had a chance to do a single thing with my life. It's gone in a heartbeat. Nunnery!
Who's that?
You don't want it to end here, do you?
Time travel.
You appear
Please.
to have a reason for living.
That's impossible.
If I grant you power, could you go on? I propose a deal. In exchange for this power, you must agree to make my one wish come true. Accept this contract, and you accept its conditions.
Done. Where do I
While
sign?
living in the world of humans, you will live unlike any other. A different providence, a different time, a different life. The power of the king will condemn you to a life of solitude.
A convergence with a Ragnarok connection? So the myth is beginning once again?
I hereby accept the terms of your contract!
Yo, this is lit, bro. What the fuck?
Say, how should a Britannian who detests his own country live his life?
Are you some kind of radical? Huh?
What's wrong? Why not shoot? Your
The demon is
just
born.
A schoolboy. Or have you finally realized the only ones who should kill are those who are prepared to be killed?
What's happening here?
I, Lelouch V. Britannia, command you, die!
Happily, Your Highness!
Oh! Fire. He's like Jesse Custer. He's got the word.
He really is.
That was the turning point. Since that day, I've lived a lie. The lie of living. My name, too, was a lie. My personal history, a lie. Nothing but lies. I was sick to death of a world that couldn't be changed. But even in my lies, I refused to give up in despair. But now this incredible power, it's mine. Well then.
See, this is what I like about a main character. He doesn't seem like he's all good necessarily. He's got a little, I don't want to say it's not evil, but he's got a little something else. The music bangs.
I love it, yeah. The OP and the ED are so of that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're perfect.
It's very nostalgic. I don't know. This could turn into a light Yagami
But see, that's
situation.
what I'm saying. He could be teetering.
Yeah.
And I like that. Well, that was the first episode. What'd you think, Megan?
From beginning to end, like I said in the beginning, I appreciated how well it was set up. It was like, we're cutting the fluff. We're telling you how it is, what the story is about. And it kind of flowed really well. There's a lot of things happening, but it was able to like reinforce for the audience, like, yeah, this is what's been happening and this is what's going to continue to happen if no one like steps in.
Yeah.
Like there's going to mass murder a whole town because they need to find one person because of their slip up. Like it is pretty crazy. And it just like, reinforces like, oh yeah, these are bad people and something needs to be done. And this person's going to be the one to do it, the main character.
Right.
And I liked how he wasn't already at that point. You know, he said it as a kid and then he kind of just like got swept away with like having to, obviously
by
conform.
Life. He got swept up, by life, I guess, right?
And to conform to like the Britannia like agenda. So he's like he even said like there's no point of like thinking the world's going to change just because it's just not. Like I'm just one person. But now he has this like ability and this power, which like my theory is it has something to do with aliens again. It's like an alien world. They said Ragnarok.
Okay. Well, Ragnarok is something from mythology, right? Ragnarok is essentially, and I could be wrong, but essentially it's just like the apocalypse kind of.
I think she is otherworldly, and the power of the king, she said, is maybe like the power of like Jesse Custer and Preacher. Like you're
that shit got
able
me so excited
to just like tell someone to do something and command them to do it. But it comes with like obviously like we said a like Yagami situation. You have this kid given this like crazy power, like he might abuse it a bit before he does. I mean, he'll do good, but I think it'll kind of get to him a little bit.
Well, it's interesting because he already seemed to have a bit of an ego before getting this power. When he was playing chess against this member of nobility,
high intelligence.
Yeah, he was already very intelligent and very cocky. And really kind of seem to get off on like putting people in their place a bit, or knocking people maybe who think they're higher or above him down a peg.
Yeah, I would say that, and like also the Britannians he enjoyed doing because they're being called like monkeys and like being called stupid idiots all the time. Like, yeah, it's gonna be fucking cool when I get to like show my intelligence to these people who think I can't think for myself, think we're just like, incapable of anything really. But I like I said, I liked how he wasn't already in the I want to be like a terrorist. He wasn't really involved in that, and he didn't really, even when it was happening, he was like, I'm not involved in this. I don't want this. Like I don't want someone to die because of this. And then he got this power and he's like, oh no, now I can. Like now I can't do this. And I don't know if he would have ever stepped across that line until he got the power. But in the beginning, we did see her watching them as kids.
Right.
You caught that.
Right. Yes.
Green hair, in a kimono, summertime, 2010.
Summertime Sadness.
Oh no, 2000. Yeah, 2000. Summertime Sadness. the cicadas were singing and she was watching. So we don't know how old she is. We don't know what her deal is.
That's why right now I'm leaning more towards, you said alien, which is very valid. I'm leaning more towards like maybe God or gods, goddess, just because of Ragnarok. That's really the only thing I'm using to base that opinion on.
Well, there was people, we saw that like shot of all of the like they look like children essentially.
Yes.
With the mark that she has and also he has now. So maybe like a child soldier. I mean, because all of these like mech shows like kind of pick things from different series. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like they were created or like,
who knows?
You know, like Ava, like they're having kids fight in these things.
Right. Well, it was something that the current, I think, king or prince was obviously very afraid of getting out because he said it would cause him to be, I think, dethroned or something similar. So it's going to be interesting to find out like who she is, where she comes from, what her deal is. But from the very beginning, from the moment this show started, this first episode, and it's so funny and amazing to watch all the series that we've watched on this channel so far because they all start so differently. And this one was nonstop action from beginning to end. It was like action, action. There wasn't a lot of time to breathe in the first episode, but I really like that because at the same time, they set up so much. Like you said, with that little bit of exposition in the beginning, we learn the state of the world as it currently is, but then we jump to the present of,
like 2010 to 2017.
And we're learning about all these different organizations. We're learning about all of these, people in power. And we're getting to see how truly awful these people are. And that's another thing that shocked me. I didn't expect it to be as much about war as it was. And even the way it was depicting it with the civilian casualties and everything, dude, there was some shots, some scenes, some moments where I was like genuinely taken back because of how, how not
it was
gruesome,
the brutality,
but it was brutal, man. Because it was always off screen, but you could still hear the scream. Something about the scream of that child, a gunshot, and then no scream. I don't need to see it. Oh my God.
And it's just like
broke me, dude.
It's like business as usual for them. Like they have no remorse. They like it.
Because like you said, they think that they are superior, a superior race of people when they're just fucking people. And that's the shit that's going to get me so mad about this show. Not the show in general, but because they're fucking people and governments and the fucking the world we live in.
Racist.
Like that.
I mean, just racism. It's just, we're better. And you need to conform to our way of living in order to be something because you're nothing now if you don't do that. But I do like in a series, in a story, where people are being liberated from oppression. And I think Lelouch is going to go down that path with people that are going to be able to help him. I don't believe that his friend is dead. I believe that he's still alive. Same. He has to be.
Same.
Obviously green hair Chica is not dead either because she stepped in front of him and got shot in the head. Like her powers, I don't know, something's gonna happen. And the other like quote unquote Japanese terrorists, the girl
with the red hair,
I think she's like a part of another organization that they might team up with. It's just it was really good because it set up a lot. And it made you feel invested emotionally to like the state of the world, and you're excited to see like how
these organizations get taken down
exactly, and how this person is going to like be at the forefront of that. That's like really exciting.
It's exciting, and also because of that grin, that look at the end, it makes me more curious to see if he's going to like succumb to these powers and let them get the better of him. While doing the right thing, is he going to become a bad person?
Exactly. I think he's going to become the people that he hates.
Right.
And he's going to be like, okay, well, you guys mass murdered us. Let's start doing that to you. And that's just like, you need to take down the bad people because there's always going to be bad and good people. Everyone's not on the same page,
Right. Well, I'm sure in, war, there are going to be things that he might believe need to be done, but aren't necessarily like morally correct things.
Yeah, and I'm curious.
But that's just all speculation from a look he gave the camera at the end of the episode.
I'm curious to see if it's going to be like a Bleach situation where he's like doing all this crazy shit and then he just like goes to school.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure because like they wouldn't. Okay, it's funny too. It's like literally like Bleach. You have like an orange-haired girl being like, "Where is he? What are you doing?" Like it's so Orihime and Ichigo.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just gonna show up to school like, and that's gonna be like a. I mean, I like it. I want a school episode.
I love school episodes, or you love when a character has to go to school.
School festival episodes. Yeah. We have the school like fitness triathlon.
Right.
PE, I don't know. They just have like this thing where they do a bunch of different like physical activities.
Right.
Love that. Beach episodes.
Right.
Camping episodes.
And we might get it all. But
that would be insane.
I did know one other thing about this show actually, and I just remembered it, and I saw it again in the OP that Lelouch at some point, Lulu, love that nickname, wears a helmet. And I wonder maybe there's going to be some sort of secret identity thing going on now. You know, like he's wearing the helmet because he's out and about, and he can't because he's got to go to school. He can't, people at school and his teachers can't know that he's out there in the streets.
You can't have like a wanted poster. Be like,
right.
We need to catch this man.
Right. But anyway, I am already loving this series. It's nothing like what I expected it to be. This ability I want to kind of see like what they're able to do with it, because again, like Megan was saying, and I was saying during the episode, it's very reminiscent of the graphic novel Preacher by Garth Ennis, I believe. Where this character has this entity inside of him, a Genesis, that allows him and gives him the word of God, which means he can say things out loud and people have to do those things. And it seemed like very similar. Very similar.
And I wonder, I mean, it can't be that OP. Like there has to be some stipulation.
In Preacher, it was that, and I'm just comparing it.
Because it's so similar.
Because it is so similar. I in Preacher, you could cover your ears, theoretically, right? And there were some other things that you could do, but it explored that, having that power, like explored how many dark things could be done if somebody were able to do that. So I wonder like how far this is going to push that.
And if it is that, if there's not more things that he can do,
exactly.
like super strength or like flying. I don't know. We don't know,
bro. It's anime, dude. You never know.
It could be anything.
He could be a mech now. Like he could not have a mech, but he could just turn into a mech. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm ready to jump into the next one.
Let's do it. I'm so excited to jump into the next episode. Let me cue it up real quick so I can see what this bad boy is called. Okay, without further ado, let's just jump into our reaction of episode 2, stage 2, The White Knight Awakens.
I have a theory.
Okay. I
assume it's going to be his friend. Yeah, of course. And they're going to it's going to be like a battle of friends.
Yes, it's going to be a not necessarily a Roshu Simone sort of situation, but
no, not at all. It's going to be like him defending the Britannians because there are good people and he knows good people within the government and within the people. And, Lelouch doesn't. So he's going to be like, I want to take you guys all out. And but you can't because you're going to be just like them. We need to find a... And that's what it's going to be. Yeah. And he might get the power too.
Maybe. But that's why I like that we're following Lelouch and not this quote unquote like White Knight, his friend. Because that's boring. You know what I mean? I want to see some conflict. In my protagonist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like a Seraph of the End.
Ooh, I like that
situation.
I like that show a lot. Well, let's see. Let's jump into the second episode. Oh, I love it, dude. He's so cool. He's so cool.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. I didn't expect this amount of brutality.
What it is you wanted me to do? Why did you give me this bizarre power?
And they don't even know what he looks like yet. Oh, well.
How could all these royal guards be dead?
Spoke too soon.
What happened here, boy? And why is a Britannian student in a place like this? Are you deaf? Answer me or I'll... Answer me!
Didn't even flinch!
I order you to come out at once!
It's not going to work.
Who the hell do you think you are to order me?
There's one weakness right there.
I see.
He has to look him in the eye.
He works with direct eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Alan Spacer. My father's a duke.
Nobility.
My ID card's in my breast pocket. After you confirm who I am, I'll request your protection.
Got him. Oh, he's a little evil.
Yeah,
he's
see
a
that
little
look?
evil. A little
Now,
smirk.
hand your nightmare over to me.
Got him. She's immune.
Understood.
Oh, no, she's not.
He like changes their fucking neurons and shit in their brain.
Got it.
That's a flash drive, dude.
It's 2017. They still use those. So.
Looks like you missed a chance to go to heaven, Private Kurorugi.
I can't tell if I like this guy. I'm really annoyed by him.
Yeah.
It's like a mix.
This is what saved your life, Mr. Suzaku. Is it a keepsake?
Yeah, very.
You 11s believe that gods live inside of everything, even objects, don't you? I guess this one.
Is Lulu... What's the latest on the situation?
It looks like the poison gas was released. Massive 11 casualties have been reported.
That's how they're gonna spin it.
Yeah, dude. It's too real, bro.
There's no way an 11 would be made a knight.
Well, supposing you could.
They got another agenda. They got something else going on.
Yep.
Of its kind awaits you. Once you take the controls of this big beauty, everything will change. You and your world.
Those damn Britannians!
Colin, can the Glasgow still move?
Don't worry, Ogie! Lulu, what in the world have you been doing? If you keep cutting class, you'll get held back.
Damn, that's bulky.
It's kind of lit.
Hang on. Hey, can I change the channel? To what?
The news. Is there anything about Shinjuku?
There's nothing on. Traffic restrictions?
Why is it restricted?
I don't know. They're not saying.
Once they finish everything off, they'll release news that favors the military.
That's what they do.
Oh, you're gambling again.
Oh God.
I've warned you before more than once how dangerous that is.
By the way, tell my little sister that I'm gonna be home late tonight, would you?
Little sister.
Hang up on me like that.
Maybe his little sister's the one in the wheelchair.
The one in the what?
The girl in the wheelchair.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
They have on the board. Gaining refuge carries its own risk too.
Damn.
I want payback for being dragged into your fight.
It's our Glasgow friend.
West entrance. Use the tracks to move to the west entrance.
Who's this? How do you know this code?
If you want to win, you're just gonna have to trust me.
To win?
She's like, I was just trying to make it out alive. I'm not trying to win.
Okay, what am I supposed to do now?
You pathetic 11. If you simply run away, this hunt hasn't much to offer in the way of sport.
Since you trusted me, you're gonna win. Jump onto the train.
Gotcha!
That's your plan, then. You, go after the Glasgow. Yes, my lord.
What the? Shot by friendly fire? What's your name and your unit?
We're after the one-armed Glasgow.
Oh my god! Terrorist?
Damn.
Oh, you're running away.
Oh, so it's like that.
Where did he go?
Colin! What the hell was that radio message earlier?
What? He contacted you too?
Sure did. And Yoshida's group ought to be here soon.
Are you in charge?
Yeah.
I present to you the cargo in that train over there. They're tools for your victory.
Oh shit.
You want to use them to win. Then follow my orders.
Whoa, they all get suits.
Your unit's gonna run decoy. You got that?
Understood.
Energy filler status?
About 15 minutes worth.
Then recharge it.
Okay, bro. I understand you're smart, but like
Bro,
you don't
he's
have
leading.
any experience in any of this.
But
How?
he's doing it. He's treating it like chess, and chess is a war game.
Oh, I guess
It's a
you're
game
right.
about strategy. Yeah.
So they're mounting a minor resistance against us, but they pose little threat to our vastly superior army. The gas capsules will be
What the public thinks.
Yes, we'll keep searching for her.
Either way, I want her captured dead or alive.
Hey, are you certain about this whole thing? They've all had their IFFs removed. What if this is a trap?
The other side has total advantage in this war. They don't need to set any traps.
All right, people, let's move. Get to your assigned points.
P1, can you move? It operates basically the same as what you're used to.
Can't you tell us who you are?
At least your name. I can't do that.
Double check your weapons.
What? Are you serious?
Enemy spotted at point F31.
Fire!
What?
Sir Eugen and Sir Valerie both lost.
An ambush?
An ID signal can be a double-edged sword. My task at hand is sure to be completed. P1, P4, P7.
Very strong light Yagami vibes. Yeah, for sure.
You heard him. The enemy's moving towards G28.
Send Laszlo Squad! I mean Glaube Squad!
This means terrorists have our military weaponry?
Woo, woo.
I mean, y'all cannot just take out an entire fucking area where people live and not expect some fucking repercussions.
Yeah.
Like,
People to fight back.
Forgive me.
Good afternoon.
What is
See?
it? We're in the middle of an operation.
I'd say it's time to deploy the ASIC special weapon.
We've no time for this right now.
N group, you'll continue your advance. Now then, the enemy has 5 options. Their move.
Who ordered them to break formation?
Well, that's a more stupid move than I expected. You, Q1, do you have an area map?
Yes, I
Bro,
have a map of the old town, but
he's
it
too
has no
cool,
current
dude. I can't handle it.
It'll do.
All right, send in Bertz and the others too.
Mission number 3 now.
Concentrate our forces there. Surround them.
Is everything prepared?
Finish every one of them off.
Lelouch is like who I wanted to be in high school, you know what I mean?
I know, I'm sure if you watch this then.
Where's the enemy?
With this, I call check.
I mean, the prince said it himself. What is he just acting as a prince? He doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
My plan worked, didn't it? I can do it. I can.
See?
I can defeat Britannia.
He gets a little too excited. A little too excited.
What am I up against?
But I like it.
He's even better than Toto. Lloyd!
Yes, Your Highness?
Can it win?
Deploy the special unit. Let's go.
My lord, please be so kind as to call it Lancelot.
And they're probably not even another fighting each other.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Did you read the manual?
Pretty much.
Well done. You scored at the top of the class in the simulator.
About what you told me earlier.
It could be, but the possibility is nearly 0.
But that means there's still a chance, right?
Even so, you're not to do anything reckless. The new system is not outfitted with an ejection mechanism.
Okay, I understand, Miss Cecile.
Lancelot, the world's first 7th generation nightmare brain.
Well, if you're ready, Suzaku, shall we proceed with the initial startup?
Lancelot, activate ME boost.
Lancelot, launch!
Damn!
Running full throttle right out of the gate.
It doesn't look like a Sutherland.
Oh, shit. Juked him. Broke his ankles.
Too fast.
Another push and the checkpoint will fall. Reinforcements? Real battle is different, isn't it? Status.
Everyone ejected, but they took out 4 units and nothing flat.
Enemy numbers?
Just 1. I think it's a new model.
Damn.
It reflects bullets?
Yeah! What do we do?
Useless so-called terrorists. With all the resources they have, they're being beaten by 1 unit.
With Lancelot, I can stop all this at once!
N4, N5, hold there.
These readings are even higher than predicted.
What is that
All of the
cube, too?
nightmares, then this battle is over. I've got to save Lelouch and that girl.
He's gonna find out somehow. I don't know how, but...
Maybe he'll just tell him right now.
Are you the guy that's in command?
Nothing more than a pilot. No choice. I've got to get out of here.
Hey, I'm returning the favor. I can't.
That was quick. She's like, bye. Come on, Lulu.
That damn monster's unstoppable.
He's tearing things up for no reason.
But what is your fucking military doing, bro? Fucking killing people for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, how could you be this fucking dumb? Like, okay, good. You're a hero. Good for you. But your whole fucking government
Concede you the
sucks.
tactical victory here. Nevertheless.
Huh? He saved someone.
Yes, so it would seem.
And let the rebels get away.
Kill her.
Yeah.
Suzaku,
Kill the child.
we'll call it quits for today.
No, I'm fine.
My, that boy's an excellent piece of equipment.
Stop there! Your ID. This is Prince Clovis's personal transport.
At last, the checkpoint.
Oh.
And barely guarded per my plan. Now I'd like you to let me pass.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Colin, it's your fault. This is what happens when you oppose the Britannians.
How many people were killed because of this?
Shut up! Do you know how many of us were killed or captured?
Hey.
Hey, yo, I thought you guys were the good guys.
Who was that voice we heard?
Damned if I know. Doesn't answer when I call, so maybe he
He's literally screaming at people to stop crying. Like, what?
At gunpoint.
There, you see? Instead of following somebody we don't even know, we should have used the poison gas!
So this is where you 11 vermin scurried off to.
Ay, ay, ay.
Attention all forces. Cease fire at once.
Ceasefire?
I, Clovis, 3rd Prince of Britannia and Royal Viceroy of Area 11, hereby command you. All forces are ordered to cease fire at once. You will also cease destruction of any buildings or property. All casualties, whether Britannian or 11, shall be treated equally and without prejudice. In the name of Clovis La Britannia, you are hereby ordered. Cease fire at once. I shall allow no further fighting.
Are you satisfied?
Very.
Oh.
Well done.
Then what shall we do now? Sing a few live
lively ballads, or perhaps a nice game of chess?
That has a familiar ring. Don't you recall? The two of us used to play chess together as boys. Of course, I would always win.
What?
Remember? At the Ares Villa?
Who are you?
It's been a long time, big brother.
Oh!
The eldest son of the late consort Marianne and 17th in line to the imperial throne. Lelouch v. Britannia at your service.
What?
But
I was dead? You were wrong.
Wait.
What?
He is royalty then?
I have returned, Your Highness, and I've come back to change everything.
Okay.
Okay, I'll rewind it one more time.
Okay,
Rewind.
yeah,
I need to hear him say that one more time.
The eldest son of the late consort Marianne and 17th in line to the imperial throne. Lelouch v. Britannia.
The late consort Marianne.
So maybe it was like a...
Yeah, like different moms.
Different moms. Because
Yeah.
he's the 17th in line, so he's... Yeah.
I have returned, Your
Okay.
Highness.
Okay.
Well, at the end of the last episode, he was talking about how like everything he had been told or knew about himself was a lie. Maybe he found that out later. Like, oh, my mom was like with the fucking king or some shit. Damn. Crazy. That's
But
what I'm
he was
saying.
already born when all of that shit was going on.
What do you mean?
Like everything that happened. So how could he... Maybe he was adopted into the family or something because...
Well, I mean, maybe he
the war was already... I mean, he was already
yeah, it doesn't matter.
established.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think that if she's the late consort, it could have been a situation where, you know, I don't know, maybe the king, maybe like
he
his
was like
mom,
with his mom, and the king was like, "Oh yeah, like you, I want you. You're gonna come to the castle."
and then
or
they
whatever.
maybe like fled or got, you know, thrown out or something. And
Well, they were raised together, I think. Him and
oh, I mean, he did say that. That's true. He did
this
say
prince.
that.
So I
He
think
did say
they
that.
like. I think it was a situation where like she married into the family or something, which is interesting because like,
or maybe didn't even again marry into the family, but. I don't like.
It has to be. There has to be.
Nobility works differently. Like, so she could have just been working at the house, working at the castle and shit, and he could have been like, I want you and
be married to.
Not even to be married, because maybe like.
But then he wouldn't have a title then.
Well, he's still the son of the king. That's what I'm saying. Like royalty and like successors and things like work different. Maybe that's why he's also 17th in line. I also don't know. I'm just like saying that I've read things and consumed things where like that still counts. Like even if you're not married to the king, if you have the blood of the king.
But I don't think he has the blood of the king. I think it might. I don't think he's related to him at all because he was already born.
This guy is not the king. I'm talking about this guy's dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that Lelouch is related to the dad. I think it is like a step sibling situation.
Well, it's definitely, that's what I'm saying. It's definitely a step sibling situation. But if the mom is not royalty and then it doesn't matter.
And the dad is.
And the dad is, then he would have to be related to the dad and they would have to have different moms. That's just what I'm thinking. But we'll find out. It could be that they have the same mom and different dads, but I mean, that just, I don't know why that seems less likely, and like it wouldn't make him royalty by, you know,
maybe he was
most
like
standards.
Maybe he was like orphaned, and then he found out once the war started breaking out that he was related to someone of power,
right?
Because it just, unless he was just adopted into the family, I don't know. It's
well,
very
we don't even really know much about his past. We don't even really know. We just saw one little scene of his past. You know, like we don't know. Like I don't know.
Interesting. I mean, it'll definitely be explained.
And maybe they were like disowned or something or thrown out.
Well, he said he thought I was dead. So maybe
Yeah.
they sentenced him to death or something, or like cast him out, or
Right.
I don't know.
I'm sure we'll find out. But that, I mean, we're just so shook. I mean, that was out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy because it was like he said it kind of as a joke, not a joke, but like to like incite that woman to come out of the nightmare and be, you know, he's like, oh, I am royalty.
Well, he did use an alias at that point, though.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. But I mean, like, we just thought like, oh yeah, what? Like, there's no way he's just lying. But then
Right.
he says it to him again, and you're like, oh, he's not lying.
Mhm.
And it's just interesting that it's just an interesting development, because like, what does that mean? Like, how much power? Like, he already got this crazy power. How much more power is he going to get if he kills?
Well, I don't
this
even know.
prince,
I mean,
or-
I'm assuming what he said at the end of the episode was true, but I
well,
mean,
he seemed shook. The other guy, the prince, seemed shook to see him again. So they're definitely some relation there, or history, I guess.
Right.
And
it was just crazy. It was shocking. I mean, we were both very shocked. And that's why I'm curious to know who the older brother he was referring to earlier was. Like, I think
it was the guy.
I don't think so. Well, I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
Well, because he was so hesitant on letting him put this thing out there.
Right.
This robot. And then when it started succeeding, he's like, oh, I guess now I owe him a debt. Like, now I'm indebted
maybe his brother's
him.
like leading that like project, like that guy like works under his brother. Because I don't know why like royalty.
If Lelouch can be his brother, then damn, I guess anyone can be his fucking brother.
I just don't. I don't know. I don't know why royalty, especially an older brother, would be head of like a science division. I don't know. But again, we'll see. I mean, this is the second episode, and so there's still a lot of stuff that we don't know. Either way, another solid episode, and we're starting to see that, yes, like we were speculating before, that it's going to be this rivalry between these two friends. And it's very clear that his friend, and this is what frustrates me, and I'm sure as the series goes on, I'll understand this character more, Lelouch's friend more. But as of right now, it's like, bro, you're in your nightmare frame talking about how horrible these members of this rebellion are for creating all this devastation and all this damage for no reason. You know your government lies because they're lying about the poison gas being not gas, but a girl. And you're blaming these other people when it's your government who's doing all of it. So like how there needs to be a moment for me where he realizes that he's just doing what he's doing like for his own moral code, like to compare it to One Piece, like a Kobe. Like,
but we saw that with him saving the woman falling. He didn't have to do that, and everyone was shocked that he did that.
But it's like why are you so? Like, why is it so hard for you to believe that your government isn't at any sort of fault in this?
Well, we don't know his past either.
Right.
He became a soldier for a reason.
But I think he is Japanese or
he is.
Yeah. And he's just because they kept saying he's like an honorary Britannian.
Well, everyone who's following orders are honorary Britannians. Like everyone who is adopted, their customs and is not trying to be Japanese anymore, they're like honorary Britannians.
God, that's so fucked up.
So and we do see that, and it's going to become definitely a plot point for him. But I think it would be just like more interesting if he didn't see that, because we don't. I mean, I don't know. We don't really need him to see that. Like, they're friends and they were friends, but characters can go down different paths.
Right.
Well,
I like how they didn't know it was the other during this specific battle. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something that's going to come later. Lelouch is going to like have some sort of anonymity, maybe because of that mask, and then it'll maybe be a big moment when his friend finds out, like, oh fuck, the leader of this group is you.
Mm-hmm.
But it is like Seraph of the End was a very great comparison because they are like childhood friends. So much so that they almost have like a brotherly relationship, and they're having to, go up against each other. They believe in different things. They're fighting for different things.
Well, yeah, and they've been separated for a long time as well.
Right.
Like, I think that scene in the first episode when they were like, when he was like, I'm gonna take down Britannia. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I think maybe then they were separated because maybe they were like orphaned or something. I don't know. But then something else happens to Lelouch that like everyone would assume that he's dead, but it's interesting because he's not taking on a different name, and he's enlisted in a high school, and he has a little like, who's taking care of him? Is he living on his own? How is he still able to like?
Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know anything about it.
Yeah, there has to be some agreement. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm right now also comparing this White Knight friend to more of a Kobe in this corrupt government, like, but following his own moral compass. I just need a moment where he realizes that this government that he's fighting for is bad. And I just don't feel like he believes they are bad right now.
But why is that an issue? Why can't he just be on their side?
Because he's a good person, and I don't think he agrees or would agree with the horrible things that they are actually doing. And I think that would make him question.
But
like,
he's enlisted in the army. He knows.
But he doesn't. He was enlisted on.
He's not like blinders.
Tier.
I mean, he knows what's going on.
I feel like
he got shot by his.
Okay, well, that's a good point.
He knows what he signed up for.
Okay, well, see, even that is another point. Like,
there's a reason why he's doing what he's doing.
Okay.
Maybe it's to protect someone. Maybe it's to do something bigger. Like, he's doing it for a reason. And he, in that moment when he was like, no, I'm not going to shoot Lelouch, like, that was another moment for him to say no.
That's true.
And he's not completely brainwashed, but I think that there's another meaning to what he's doing. Like, there has to be.
All right. I could see that.
And I don't really care if he doesn't see that and he goes straight. I don't against Lelouch. Like, of course, like, this is a good person. You want him to be good. But I think with this series in particular, we're going to see a lot of like gray.
Well, that's
decisions.
again, that's why I like it already. 2 episodes in so much because we have like who we're rooting for. Lelouch, gray in the sense that he's like fighting for a good cause. But he's like...
But he makes comments like he uses people like pawns. Like, he's already saying like, oh yeah, these, like, dang, the revolutionaries, like, they kind of like are bad. Like, the terrorists, they call themselves terrorists. Like, they're letting everyone get taken out.
They're stupid idiots. Like, he's kind of like getting off on it.
Yeah.
In a sense. And then we have the other side, the bad guys. And the only reason I use air quotes is because they're bad. But like, we have his friend who is good, but works for an organization that is doing bad. So they're both... Like, it's a mixed bag with both of them. That's why I like it, because of the complexity of each character who's, like, at the forefront of each side.
Yeah, well, that's like, it's like war. Like, it's like each side thinks that they're doing the right thing when they're, like, continuing just to, like, hurt each other and kill people in the process, whether they're good or bad.
Right.
Because they're saying, like, death to all Britannia. Like, we're going to kill all of them, just like Britannia wants to kill a lot of the Japanese people. So it's, like, this back and forth.
Yeah. I just really wanted to. I wrote down a couple things I wanted to mention. The chess, first of all, like strategy, right? Because you mentioned it's fun. It is funny that he's a high school kid, and again, I guess we don't know him at all based on what happened at the end of the episode. But it is funny that in moments he is already like leading this rebellion, this unit, these forces
so quickly. And then he also knows that this train has a bunch of nightmares in it. I was like.
Yeah, how do you know that?
How did you know that?
Well, maybe he tapped into the data frame,
But even then, he's never been in... Well, we don't know if he's ever been in one.
He seemed pretty comfortable.
He seemed extremely comfortable. He knew exactly what he was doing. Well, the other guy had to go in a simulation in order to understand and read a manual.
And train and read a manual, yeah.
So it is interesting, and I think that they talk about that. They say, like, an 11 would never get the opportunity to be in a nightmare. Lelouch isn't 11, but if he was adopted into a family of royalty, then he would maybe get that opportunity.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And be given that
we saw him
chance.
on horseback in the OP, and that's rich people shit right there.
No, yeah. We saw that castle.
I've never been on... Actually, I have been on a horse one time in Mexico.
I never been on a horse.
Yeah,
I have for a photo. And for like one of those little things or the, like the...
like a fair or something?
Yeah. I've been on one. They're kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean, I was on it with another, the guy, the instructor. I was holding on to him like I was on the back of a motorcycle and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean, it does make sense to me though, because he is viewing it like a chess game.
Yeah.
Like a game of chess.
Yeah.
It was that, and I love that strategy, sort of like him using his smarts, like bringing over Braun, I guess.
Yeah.
The second thing was this like newfound like limitation to this ability.
Yeah.
Which is that
eye contact.
Yeah, their primary mode of combat is in these mechs, and his power does not work through mechs. So that already I think is set up so perfectly, because he's going to have to use those smarts that he has to get him into a situation where he can use it.
In situations.
So he can't just use it like mech to mech, and he's
no, but it's going to be very useful for exactly what we're seeing that happened in the last episode. Like, he's going to be able to infiltrate these places of like high authority and places that the Britannians have power in when they're talking face to face, people to people. He's going to be able to like infiltrate that and make and change things. He said, I'm going to change everything. So he can like just go into a castle or go into a army base and just be like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, and then it's just going to like change things. So
he already made it to the king.
That's what I mean.
So he's the prince or whatever, the prince. Yeah. So he could have easily made that prince say anything. Like,
well, I think he's going to kill him, or he's going to use him and say like, I don't know. I mean, there's no option. Like, you can't keep him alive.
Well, I think
because he's seen his face now.
But I think he's very calculated. So I think he's taking everything into account. Like, he has a plan. He has a strategy.
And maybe they're going to be like, oh my God, like, thank goodness you're alive, Lelouch. Yeah. Like, it seemed like...
Yeah.
And he's calling him it's a very interesting relationship. It seems like it's like a ranking of kings situation.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, we thought he was... Because someone else wanted to take him out. You know?
Yeah.
And then told everyone else, like, oh, tragically, he's gone. He's dead. And it's like, that's not true. So I'm curious. I mean, so far it's really, really good.
Really
and
good.
It moves, dude. It moves. Like, the episodes feel like the perfect amount, like, because so much is happening. Nothing is like dragging. Nothing is slow. And I do want to bring up like the animation, because this, like, when this came out, I like refer to it, and a lot of other people refer to it as like the golden age of like anime, because like the 2000s were such a good time for anime, especially when this series came out. And it's like the music, the OST is like amazing, and the animation holds up so well.
It really does,
and it doesn't feel like it's skipping a beat. It's not laggy. It's like really, really well done. And again, talking about the character designs, and I wasn't sure how I'd feel about them. It was like a Clannad situation for you when you first started watching Clannad. You couldn't watch it because of the art style and the eyes.
OG Clannad, the OG one. I mean, I thought you were talking about Fruits Basket 2, the OG Fruits Basket 2.
But Clannad, I think, was much worse.
Yes.
But I'm getting used to it. It's not bad. It's not bad.
I really love the designs. I really like them a lot.
It's cool.
And like you said, everything holds up. The animation is fantastic. The character design, the world, and in the dub, I'm enjoying the dub.
And the dub's good.
Dub's good.
The dub's good. I figured it would be.
Right.
But I just want to get ahead of the.
Yeah.
We told you the dub, but you guys aren't watching the right one. Right. This was the one that was recap. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. So again, let us know if this is the right choice, because I am a person it's really hard for me to switch after I've started in one, and I don't know if I can hear Lelouch any other way. So.
Yeah.
Please just let us know that we did a good job, and if we didn't, then just
let us know if we made the right choice. Just be gentle. All right, well, that's going to do it for our reaction to the first 2 episodes of Code Geass. We're off to an amazing, incredible start.
Really?
This has been an absolute blast. Let us know your thoughts and opinions on this series, but especially these first 2 episodes in the comments below. Remember, no spoilers beyond this point, because we have no idea.
Tag it if you do put a spoiler.
Yeah,
just tag it.
We have no idea what happens beyond this point. So again, thank you so much for clicking on this video, for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And if you'd like to see the full uncut, unedited, uncensored videos, episodes to these reactions, then you can do that by becoming a Patreon member by going to patreon.com/volume1pod. That perk and so many other perks are available at our lowest tier. So again, that's patreon.com/volume1pod. And for a limited time only, you can try it out for free for 7 days. Speaking of our Patreon members, before we go, we do have to shout out our V1P members. So thank you to all of our Patreon members, but a special thank you to
Wombo, Tyler Wallace, Paladin Berserker Jedi, David Ramirez, Rexy Dorado,
Tyler's the Nerdy Bassist, Roland V-Dub, Black Sun Series, and Quattro. Like we said, huge shout out to all of our Patreon members, but a special thank you to our V1P members. That's going to do it for these reactions. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is...
checkmate.
Checkmate. That's so good, dude. All right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any and all ways that you show your support. And until next time, checkmate. Oh, I like how you did it. You did it like way cooler.
Well, I feel like Lelouch.
Yeah, you did. I was too excited. I was like, checkmate. Yeah. You were cooler about it.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You're cooler than me.